Try loving me. All I ask is you will try loving me. Cause loving me ain't easy.
What's going on? It's your boy, People's Champ, and we're live and direct today. And we have a special guest. Our special guest is none other than Pastor Antoine, and he is going to break down some knowledge today. Kings and Queens, we have Anthony Sawyer and Miss Amiana Dunn. And we're going to ask the questions that you might be scared to. That's right here on Black Kings Free Game. First off, I got to give shouts out to Steezo Collection. Go to Steezo Collection to find your Christian wear. And also, whenever you're ready to buy your house, go to yourhomechamp.com. That's yourhomechamp.com. Pastor Antoine, how you doing today, sir?
I'm doing pretty good, man. Thanks for having me here. How you guys doing today?
Oh, we're good. I wanted to see, how was your week?
Hey, it's been a great week. Actually, my wife and I spent the week in Cabo, Mexico.
Oh, so you just gonna come out here and just start balling right off, huh?
I'm just saying, you asked how it was. It was good. It was really good. We had a great time. It's a leadership retreat we took with the company we work with, and it was my wife's birthday as well. She turned, I can't say her age, but she turned another year older. So we made it a really good trip. It was that. We also celebrated 20 years anniversary this year, and so we had a great week. Learned awesome. A lot, enjoyed each other's company, and now I'm here with y'all.
Yes, and we appreciate it. And if y'all didn't know, he's coming all the way from Phoenix, Arizona. Well, straight from Mexico to Phoenix and then back to Georgia.
Yes, sir.
So, yes, he has been traveling. Also, Anthony Sawyer, how are you doing?
I'm doing all right, Mark. How's it going today, man?
I'm well. And his real name is Ant the Advisor. That's right. Ant the Advisor coming to you really, really soon. Coming soon. And we have none other than the woman that makes everyone mysterious.
Uh-oh.
And also brings in all of the crowds. Say it out loud with me. Amiana Dunn!
Hi, everybody. How y'all doing today?
Good. Amiana, how has your week been?
My week has been very, very busy. I'm in the process of co-planning some events, and then, of course, my work schedule has been, having us busy.
Yes,
so
you get you backed up.
It's tax time.
Yeah, tax time. And plus, you do the makeup for the weddings and
yes.
Can you shout out your business real quick for me?
Yes, you guys book with me. I'm a local makeup artist here in Hinesville. Arsenio Love Studios is my brand. I've been doing makeup for over 7 years, and so I appreciate all my clients, everybody who comes and shops with me. I also make products, sell body care products and stuff like that. So and I got some stuff coming up too, so I'm excited for that.
Great. Well, that's what it's all about anyway.
Yeah.
We got to encourage each other, especially when we're entrepreneurs.
Absolutely.
People don't really understand. Look, when we don't clock that clock, right? Yeah, there's some advantages, but there's some big disadvantages to not clocking that clock.
Yes.
Because every week, if you clock, that check coming. You know what? It's almost like money is coming out of thin air when you're in either you're working for yourself or when you're in sales. And that takes a lot of faith and a lot of prayer also. So I know my week it's been a tough one. It's been a real tough one, but we're getting through it. And by the grace of God, you know what I'm saying, I'm not having that many of issues, so I'm blessed. I'm blessed.
Amen.
And might I add something real quick?
Yes.
I do want to say that Arsenio Love Studios and Chic Events is hosting a Cameras and Cocktails tomorrow at Latin Nation.
Okay.
We're having an event to where if you guys need updated headshots, I'll be doing makeup, and then she'll be taking pictures. So any entrepreneurs out there, business owners who need, updated photography done, we have some deals and stuff like that. And then y'all can get my information and get more.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Amiana. We appreciate that. And hey, salutes to all the kings and queens watching right now. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to go to YouTube, Black Kings Free Game, and subscribe. Now, we're just going to start it off with a lot of meat. Right now, first, we want to get to know Pastor Antoine. Pastor Antoine, can you give us a brief history of how you became a man to make $400,000 a month? Yes, I'll put his business out there. But if you're in control and helping people find ways to make money, you would be proud to have someone in your presence too. So, Pastor Antoine, how did all of you come to creation?
Sure, I love your prophetic gift there. $400K
Yes.
a month. I'm working towards it. I heard you say that. I received that, right? I received that.
Yes.
No, so originally I'm from Kansas City, Missouri. I always make sure people understand it's not the Kansas side, it's the Missouri side. There's a big difference, right?
Sound like football rivalry.
And it's not only that, but yeah, that's one of them. But no, so I'm from Missouri. Was born and raised there, moved to Phoenix, Arizona in 2004. 4404 is actually the date I actually moved to Arizona.
Oh, wow.
Went down there, helped my mom. My mom is an entrepreneur. She's a business owner. My dad's worked, he's a military man. He's worked at the post office for 30 plus years. He retired military. My stepmom, very, very affluent as far as business concepts and such. And so I've always been around smart individuals who really kind of just wanted more. And so when I moved to Arizona, I helped my mom grow and expand her business. Met my wife in 2005. We got married in 2006.
Awesome.
We have 3 beautiful children that live with us. I've always been a person who just, because you mentioned the entrepreneur lifestyle.
Yes.
You know, I've always been a person who had a hard time clocking in. I'll be very honest with you. Sitting at a desk has always been very difficult for me doing the same thing. I'm a people person. I like getting in and out, I like moving around. And so working with my mother in the group home environment where I was able to help kids and we were out in the community really kind of helped me, but also taught me my business acumen, right? Understanding how businesses flow. My wife and I, we started a business in 2011 called Directing Footsteps LLC, where we were designing to help people maximize their potential. I was serving in my church and what people call coaching, like this whole coaching business for the church, that's just discipleship, right? It's being able to walk along with somebody and help them, grow and develop. So I launched that in 2011, just organically grew it into a business coaching opportunity as well. And then my wife and I, we planted our church that we pastor currently down in Phoenix, Arizona. Shout out to the 210 church family. We planted our church in 2020. So been in business, finances anyway, since 2018, man, and just been trusting God and seeing him move mightily. So I'm excited to be here. You never give the pastor the microphone first. I might not know how to relinquish it, right?
We good.
But no, that's just a little bit. I mean, I'm sure as we walk through this, I'll share a lot more. Like I said, we got 3 kids. My wife and I, we do. My son, he's a freshman in college playing basketball.
Oh,
they
okay.
traveling. Their big March Madness tournament starts on the 13th. My oldest daughter, she's working her way, figuring out what she wants to do. She's an entrepreneur at heart. She just ain't figured it out yet.
Yeah.
And then my baby is she'll be 17. I got a kid that's 17 years old. I can't believe that.
Oh my God.
She'll be 17 this year, and so. Man, we
So
just
what
love
are you
life.
trying to say? Well, we got kids that's 24.
I didn't say anything.
You did.
I said I can't believe that I have a kid. That's all I said, right?
It sounds like a lot of selfishness, and like he's acting like he's younger.
Hey,
He acting
what
like he's
you
younger than I
extract
am.
from my conversation? I don't know.
Well, please. Well, they say a hit dog will holler, and I'm hit. I'm hit. You want me to flex? I'm gonna tell the truth. I'm hit.
My oldest, she'll be 25 this year.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. So you know about that part, that they still in the house even though they out the house. It's like,
They still in the house because they in the house.
oh, well, same. That's what I'm saying. Basically.
Yeah. They still in the house because they're in the house. No, yeah.
Man, but look, where did you grow up at? What state did you?
In Missouri. I grew up in Kansas City, Missouri.
In Kansas City, Missouri.
Yeah, that's where I grew up at.
Now, did you grow up in a small town or?
So, I would say no.
Okay.
But Kansas City is not as large as, say, Phoenix or Chicago or St. Louis. But, I mean, it wasn't really small for us. When I go back now, I feel like, yeah, it's kind of small, but no.
So it wasn't like a community. It was just everything was a city there, or see, like here, when you passed through here, you saw nothing but trees.
Yeah,
right?
buddy.
Like we got the city, but when you went through Walthamville, then you hit Riceburg.
I went through where?
Walthamville.
Say that again.
Walthamville.
Country, yes, sir.
Yes. Walthamville. That's right.
Country.
And then you hit Riceboro.
Yeah.
Right. That's even more country. Then you came to Midway.
Yeah.
See, now in between those areas, it's like you went around our little city there, right?
Yeah.
And that's where you would have saw all our bells and whistles. We got a whole bunch of things. It might be some compacted and spread out, but this is how we grew up in a small country town. And I always wondered, like, when people live like in bigger cities, if they have like little communities like that. I know in New York they got the boroughs. And all that, but
yeah, I mean, Kansas City we are, you know, by all stretch of imagination, in my opinion anyway, I feel like we are a city that is a community. Right, everybody knows everybody. You know, you're 2 steps removed from somebody that knows somebody that know you. Right?
I got
and
you.
So you know, when we were younger, you know, going around, I couldn't go too many places that didn't know. The people there didn't know either a cousin of mine, my uncle, my dad, somebody.
Yes.
And so yeah, it's a bigger quote unquote city than maybe that you guys have here, but the community is still there.
Yes. And for those that are just tuning in, we're sitting here with Pastor Antoine. Pastor Antoine is a part of GFI. And GFI educates people on and advises folks on some strategies that they can use in order to have a better outcome in life, period.
Yeah.
And it goes into some things that they don't like to talk about, and a lot of things that people do like to talk about.
Yeah.
So we're here to try to pick his brain for about 20 minutes and let him get about his way. So we really do appreciate you coming here today. So my first question is, when it comes to money, what are some of the most common mistakes people make?
Well, first off, the biggest one I could say is people don't learn about it. Right? We just assume that we know about it without asking questions. Then we trust too many other people's perspective without asking enough questions. And so that's like a game, you know, football, basketball, whatever game you may play. If you don't understand the rules of that game, you're not going to win it. You can have a lot of people like in gym class go out and play basketball, and they on the court, they got the ball, they're shooting, they're running, but they're not playing according to the rules. They just out there just messing around. Right? You try to put them in an organized game, they're not going to be able to be successful because they don't understand the rules. So money's the same thing. People, they work a job, they get a check, they pay taxes, they go spend money, but they never learn the rules of money. And because they never learn it, they get to a place where they're 40, 50, 60, 70 years old, and it gets time where their body can no longer labor to get paid, and then they're trying to figure out what they're going to do. By that time, it's too late because you didn't learn the rules, you didn't learn how to understand how to leverage your money at a younger age. And so if I would say the biggest mistake, honestly, is people don't ask enough questions, they don't learn it.
So as far as questions, like you said, they don't ask the right question. What would be an example of the right question for them to ask?
How does money work? What is it? What are the environments that money can grow in? Where is my money?
Yeah.
You know, how does taxes? What are the implications of taxes on my money? Just those 3 basic questions. How does it work? What environments, and what about taxes?
Yes.
Right. If you ask those 3 questions in our business model, we talk about 3 things: rule of 72, compounding interest. We talk about the environments, and then we talk about the tax. If you understand those 3 things, regardless of you sell cars, you sell houses, you sell drugs, whatever you're doing in that regard, if you know those 3 basic principles, everything else is gonna make sense to you. And so we teach that, but a lot of people don't even know those things.
So I tell you what,
and forgive me, I'm laying all back. My bad.
No. Look, so we're asking for this valuable information that you're giving. So I hear a lot about IULs. Are you familiar with IULs?
Very much so.
So a lot of people think that all you have to do is you get an IUL, and then you can borrow against your IUL, and you can start becoming your own bank. Now I know it's more to it than that.
Absolutely.
Do you think the IULs is a good decision or something that GFI can advise on? Do y'all even do that?
Yeah. So let's talk about that first portion of the advisor. So we call ourselves financial solution strategists because we identify a solution that works best for a client. Yes. Right. And so that's the first thing. So what we're trying to do is try to understand what the client's outcome or the desired outcome actually is. Okay. So to ask the question from a very blanket statement of, hey, is an IUL a good decision? It depends on who's asking. Okay. Right? Because it's not designed for everybody. And if someone is trying to present something to you that it's okay for everybody, that person is not the right person. Right? I'm about
personalization?
Well, I'm about customization, but wait, I'm probably like 5'10", 5'11" on a good day. I tell my kids all the time, right? You about 6 what?
I'm 6'2".
You're 6'2". So by all just stretch imagination, I can't fit your pants. You can't fit mine. It's a different size.
Yes.
Correct? So when it comes to products and when it comes to strategies, there's different sizes that fits them all. So can an IUL work? Absolutely, in the right scenario. Can it be the wrong decision for a person? Absolutely, in the wrong scenario.
Yes.
So it just depends on what that outcome is, that desirable outcome is.
Okay. Well, if anybody has any questions, do let's step in because I'm about to keep asking mine. Now, as far as the best strategy you've seen so far for someone that makes, let's say, $50K.
Okay.
And they have maybe $75,000 in their 401K.
Okay.
And I'm like, man, I don't have enough money. And what am I going to do with that amount of money? And how much do I have to put in? Is there any solutions or strategies that you have for people like that?
Yeah, great question. Very good question. So you're making $50,000 a year. You have about, you said 75?
75 in 401K.
Okay. How old are you?
I am 46.
46. Okay. And that 401K, I'm assuming is that connected to a job that you're still working?
Yes, they're still working at the job.
So you're still working on the job. So a couple things with that. So if you're still working on the job and you are contributing to that 401K, the first thing is you can't move it anyway. So it has to stay there because your job has basically some restrictions put in place that when you start contributing to your retirement account on your job, unless you're 59 and a half or older and you have something that is called an in-service, meaning that you can move it while you're still in service to that company, you can't even move that money.
Wow.
Now, if it's not mandatory for you to contribute to that, then you can stop contributing to it. But if it's mandatory, you still got to contribute to that. And so for that person, I would kind of walk down that line of questioning to get a better understanding of what they signed up for that contribution to their job. So if you don't understand that, I can't really advise or provide a solution unless I get a clarity on that. So set that aside, the $50,000, making the $50,000 a year, that's a great point. So the question I would ask is, what are you trying to do with this money? Like what kind of policy are you trying to get into? Or what kind of strategy, what kind of outcome do you want? I probably would not put that person in an IUL because typically it's about $65,000, $75,000 or above that we try to look for that and see if that's the right solution. But understanding what they still want, just because they make $50,000 a year, I still need to know what solution they're looking for.
Yes.
Right. If it's just protection and they just want protection for their family, they're probably gonna be looking for like a
I'll
term
give you the
policy
scenario.
or something like that.
So with that amount of money, I heard about these things called annuities where they would pay me back in the long run. Is that something that I can do with $50,000?
You can do. So we have a company. I'm not gonna say a carrier's name.
You good?
But we have a carrier that you can put $5,000 into an annuity. A fixed index annuities are the ones that we offer. So you can put $5,000 into that product. You can put it in, put more money in there over the course of time. You can keep contributing to it till you get to a place where you want to start to annuitize it or bring that money back to you. So that is an option, right? But if you're just saying, I have $50,000 and I just want to put it into an annuity, I'm going to ask you, when do you want access to it? Number one, is that something that you're going to want access to sooner? Because if it is, we have other options for that, right? You can put it somewhere else, make it tax free. Then where's the money at currently right now? Because if it's in an environment right now where it's pre-tax, meaning it hasn't been taxed yet, whenever you pull that money to you got to pay Uncle Sam his portion. Yes. Right. But if it's in a bank account, and I've seen a lot of people have money in a savings account, if it's somewhere like that you already put taxes in it, pay taxes on it, then we have a lot of other options where you can put the money and you can have access to a portion of it as well, while it's also still growing the interest on top of it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like, this conversation, the reason why I feel like a lot of people don't run from it, because it is not just one cookie cutter answer.
Exactly. Yeah.
And that's the thing that, there are different companies out there that will tell you do this, this, and this, and that's it. That don't work for everybody.
Nope.
You got to understand where people are, where they're trying to get to, and then give them a roadmap.
I have a question.
Yeah.
All right. So I will say someone like myself. However, I'm speaking for a lot of the majority of the younger generation. I'm 27 years old. Okay. Right. So hypothetically, for those of us who may have had our freedom, quote unquote, in our 20s, maybe you could catch us before we get to that point to where we're just maxing out our first credit cards and stuff like that. Right. For someone my age, 27, who's really looking at things, coming into a new cycle of life, and really understanding, oh Lord, I need to actually be adulting. Like, this doesn't get any easier, and it's more complicated. The the further you go, it's more complicated, and especially if you don't have that foundation, because generally speaking, I can say I had a pretty good understanding of money on a basic level just because of who my family is.
Yeah.
My family's very educated. They definitely let us know, me and my brother and cousins, like, we talk about money,
Okay.
it's instilled in me some things.
Yeah.
My dad, the way he is, so he definitely has instilled some stuff into me and my brother. Whether we listen or not, that's on us, of course. But we grew up knowing that. But not a lot of people my age and younger have people older than them telling them these things. So my question would be, what would you suggest for someone my age to maybe start looking at their finances? Maybe they work a $15, $20 an hour job, no kids, maybe one kid, stuff like that. Like, what would you suggest, someone like me to start with?
Yeah, so for me, regardless of age, I always start with the education aspect of it. So let's just talk about one of the things that a lot of people are taught is to save your money. I think everybody agreed that that's probably a good thing to do, to save money, right? But the question is, where do you save it? Where do you put it? Because if you put it in the wrong spot, there's this thing called inflation. Anybody ever heard of it? Cost of living. Does that normally go down, or does that normally go up?
Goes up.
It goes up, right? So if you put your money in the wrong environment, and you don't keep pace with inflation, your money is losing value the longer it sits there, because inflation and the cost of living is running away from you. And so we'll start with a conversation. Okay, let's talk about saving. Okay, where are you saving? Where do most people save money at?
The
savings account.
Savings account. How much interest do you get on that money?
0.025.
It's absolutely nothing. So let's say you have it in a high yield savings account, because a lot of people say, oh, well, I use high yield savings account. Awesome. Let's say you get 5% on that. Right,
ooh, that's good.
That's great.
But that's per year.
Right, but that's still per year. That's still great, still right? Great. So 5%, that's phenomenal, right? All right. So inflation on average is anywhere from what? Does anybody know how high inflation goes up every year?
About
3 to 7%.
Well, it was higher than that though, but 3 to 4% I would say, but I'll say 7 to 8.
7 to 8, but just take a guess.
3.
That's super low.
Okay. I was saying 7 to 8.
7 or 8.
10.
It can go as high as 10, sometimes 11 or 12.
Wow.
Let's just say it's 7%. You're in this high yield savings account.
And
you're getting 5%. And let's just say that inflation is at 7%. That means your money is growing at a 2% what? Deficit.
Yep.
Wow. So even though $100 is there, the value is what? $98. Right? So we're just talking about saving money, which we know is a good muscle to have. But the question now is, where do you save it? Well, you don't want to save it in the savings account, because the savings account is not going to give you anything but 0.0%. If you use a high yield savings account, you're still not keeping up with inflation. So where do you put it?
Centel Stevens says, that boy Anthony went to God and got a haircut. Oh, wow.
She said, wait. She said Anthony, not Antoine. This is Anthony. This is Antoine. This is Anthony. Just make sure we're all clear. To make sure who we talk about here.
He also says, what books do you recommend?
Oh, bro.
I can't get off of that comment. You got to filter the comments. You can't even read. Man,
hey, Centel said that.
You're a little good, man. You all good. There's one called Money, Wealth, and Life Insurance. We typically give those away that book away for free.
Oh, okay.
In a PDF version for all our clients. There's another one called The Power of Zero, and then there's one called Tax-Free Retirement. I recommend everybody to read those 3 books. They're very simple books to read. They bring a lot of clarity and understanding, so that you can hear a lot more about what I'm talking about. And the concepts that we teach they're nothing new. Right. So back to your question is, where would you start? I'll start educating you first. Right. I will not recommend any type of product until I understand that you know what we're talking about.
Right.
Once you get clarity, now the question becomes, where do you want to go? You're 27. Where do you want to be in 10 years from now?
Rich.
Okay, that's valid. That's valid. Wait,
no, I say wealthy though. I say wealthy.
So what is your definition of wealthy?
Secure, knowing that you don't have to worry about living in survival mode. First of all, definitely being able to pass down generational wealth to my kids, and Lord say the same if I have kids or those below me.
Okay.
And just being set, being able to retire or whatever the standard of retirement would, technically been considered because the field of work that I do, it's not that I would want to quote unquote retire from doing makeup. You just want to be able to work because you enjoy doing it. Because I enjoy doing it.
That's absolutely right. Yeah.
And so pretty much. Of course, having the nicer things in life, but I definitely would rather be wealthy and then be rich in life, be able to take those opportunities and have my time instead of working for, in exchange for my time.
Yeah, so that's a great answer because wealth means something different for everybody. Mm-hmm. So first I would talk to you about how to generate income, right? Because there's ways that we generate income that we've been taught how to labor yourself to wealth. Mm-hmm. Others have been taught how to leverage yourself to wealth, right? And so we all have been taught go to work 40 hours a week, but how many people has it worked for that they do that for 40 years, 50 years, and they're wealthy? Because you said something that's very key, time.
Your time. Yeah, and then they end up still getting laid off by the company that they were so loyal to.
Laid off or retiring and having to go back to work because their money ran out.
Right? Inflation caught up.
And inflation caught them and beat them with a stick.
Or a life. Something happened in their life, a death of someone, something happened to where, natural disaster, and it just completely
wiped them out.
Wiped them out,
So I would talk to you about how to generate wealth because we know how to do that too.
Okay.
He mentioned $400,000 a month. Now I know you probably.
I was over exaggerating.
No, wait, hold on a second. We gonna don't throw it away. I'm gonna grab that thing. I'm gonna bring it right back. And I'm gonna put it right in my pocket, right? Because this is the thing. There are people that I am personally connected to that are doing that every single month.
That's true.
And so I can teach you how to generate. I mean, I'm not there yet,
but if you be around them long enough, you will be.
I'm getting close to about 25% that a month. I'll tell you that, and that's still more than. And I'll say this because I don't really, and I'm not gonna put a number out there because I don't like just sharing all my personal information. Too many people are asking for stuff, but that sounded kind of bad. Lord help me.
No, but that's good.
But this is the thing. I will be able to say. I will say this. God has blessed us in such a way that we help so many people. That God takes care of us, that I've seen money come to myself and my wife, and it's the amount of money that some people don't make in a year. And I remember struggling to pay for this or struggling to pay for that and not even believing that I could be able to generate this in a monthly or what we call as cycles, that people are working years to acquire. So I would teach you about that, right? I say, hey, if you really want that, I can show you how to do that. But on the flip side, as a client, I can show you how to protect and grow your money as well. Okay. And so understanding that you're 27 in 10 years, what your outcomes want to be. You say you want to be wealthy, you want to be retired. So we need to talk more about generating the wealth versus protection and growing.
Holding it, right.
Correct.
Absolutely.
It's two different totally strategies, but we offer both of them, which is the blessing.
Amen.
Yes. Very big blessing, especially when you got that peace of mind. That peace of mind, and when you say wealth, right? So to you, wealth is one thing. To me, wealth is my family's taken care of. We don't have the bills that we have to worry about coming out. And peace. Man, the older you get, the more and more your peace means so much. You be like, oh, you know what? If I can have that peace, I'll be all right. So I guess it comes with different stages of life also. Yeah. Because you'll find yourself changing what you find wealth to be. Yeah. And when you get older, the biggest thing there is health.
Yeah. Because
when you hit around them 4 and a 0, because I'm not 46. I wasn't talking about me when I was talking earlier. I'm 42. I'm about to be 43. Oh, I'm 43? I am not for you 44. I ain't no 44. Anyway.
You know you get old when you forget your age.
Yeah, right.
You got to go by the year.
In denial. So yeah, you start worrying about things that you didn't have to worry about because around that age, you start noticing your knee start popping when you stand up, and
that's me.
And when you hop up in the morning real too quick, you might be whoa, hold on now, why everything
vertigo?
That's so funny. That's funny. Like
when you start realizing that your health becomes important to you, that's when you start going to the doctor like, hey man, look man, so when you go to sleep at night, is your head supposed to be spinning?
That's
like
so
you start asking little questions like that. And you start realizing, hey man, I gotta do better. That's when you start seeing people, they just drop weight. You be like, dang, you used to be huge. Yeah, before I found out what it was gonna do to my body.
Yeah.
And you start losing weight, you start thinking about that. And then after you get your health together, now you want the money. Because now you have it in you that you want to do more in life.
Yeah.
Like, I want to have more experiences. I want to have more moments.
Yeah.
Then you start thinking about other people's happiness that's around you. You want to see people around you happy, and you want to do it together.
Yeah.
So this is the methods to the madness. We have our Pastor Antoine here with GFI to give us a method to the madness, a blueprint.
Yeah.
Because we're not hiding it.
No.
You know how you say, hey, you know what? Oh man, don't nobody like telling you, everybody got the information. How I'm supposed to get it? You getting it right now. There is no excuses.
No gatekeeping.
Straight up right here in front of you, People's Champ is telling you straight to your face, look, the information's here. If you want the information, open your mouth and ask.
You want to know what's so crazy?
Vicky, Councilwoman Mayor Pro Tem Vicky Nelson, thank you for coming in, and Centel Stevens and Ms. Jocelyn. Go ahead, sir.
You want to know what's so crazy? When we have we meet with our leadership team. The crazy part about it is we can tell you exactly what to do, exactly how to get it, exactly how to keep it. We know that about 25% of people, if that, are going to actually follow the instructions and do it.
Exactly.
We can give you everything to do. And the sad part about it is only about 25% of people, if that, will even do it. It's more like 20%.
Why is that?
It's just people lack discipline. And Jesus said it this way, there's a road that's easier that people like to travel. I'm paraphrasing.
That's right.
There's a road that's more difficult that only a few gonna go. And it's still the same thing. We want pleasure instead of progress. We really want pleasure because pleasure is right now.
Instant gratification.
Instant gratification.
So this is the thing.
And that's my generation too.
So we can. So I'm 27 now. You're 27. I'm 27. Wink, wink, right? So
Lies.
it's all about perspective. So you can go to the gym, 8:00 in the morning, work out. You're gonna have a body alteration. Your body's gonna alter. I can get up and you go to the gym. I go to Starbucks. I go to Dunkin' Donuts, and I eat and I drink. I'm gonna have a body alteration as well.
You throwing shots here?
No, I like coffee too. But this is the thing. God willing, we both live 10 years. We both have developed habits. Yours cost you something. Mine cost me something that I didn't realize it cost me because I was enjoying the taste. I was enjoying myself.
Right.
Now we're 37. You can do things that I can't do because you paid the cost early. Now it's hard for me to do stuff at 37 that's easier for you to do. It was hard for you at 27, but it's hard for me at 37. This is the question. We can choose our hard. We got to pick and choose which one we're going to choose because it's hard to live a life at 37 with diabetes and all this other stuff. But it was hard at 27. You just paid the cost earlier. Now at 37, you can do things that I can't do.
Yes.
When it comes to generating wealth and money, it's hard. It's not easy. Anybody tell you it's easy? It's not. Sometimes the most difficult thing is to get in your own mind that you can do it.
That's facts.
Right? It's hard to be able to, you got me going now.
You're good. Let's go.
We went to Cabo. We was there Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Got on the airplane, flew to Phoenix, went, got my baby from school, went and got my haircut to come down here, went and got my family situated, had to go to Walmart, had to get some stuff together, had to be at the airport at 11 o'clock, got on the airplane, flew all the way to Charlotte. Got to Charlotte about 6 o'clock in the morning, got on another airplane, flew to Jacksonville, drove from Jacksonville to Waycross, came, tried to take a little nap, now drove 2 more hours to come be with y'all to share this. I got to drive 2 hours back to the hotel, go to sleep fast, get up in the morning, talk to about a congregation about 200 people about the same stuff here, then go get on the airplane, fly all the way back to Charlotte, fly all the way back to Phoenix, go to sleep, get up and preach to my congregation. You think that's easy or hard?
Definitely hard.
See how you trying to make us feel bad?
No. I'm not saying that. But this is the thing.
Lord.
I get to do that.
Right.
I saw that, Councilwoman Ms. Nelson. Thank you.
I get to do that. Right. It's difficult but I get to be able to speak into people's lives.
Yes.
And God blesses me because of that. There's this meme on social media. People say that the women say they want a CEO husband, but you don't see what goes behind that.
That's facts. That's fact.
People say they want to be entrepreneurs. They want wealth. They want you don't know what comes with it. But it feels good to be able to say, "Hey, my son calls me, Dad. I need some money because I need to pay for my dorms, or I need to be able to, Dad, I want to get some shoes." Or my father being able to fly down and take. It's because we've done things that have been difficult that most people don't want to do. And we're reaping the. Now I still got further to go. Let me be very, very clear because I got more. But the whole point of it is that we have to be willing to forsake pleasure right now, and a lot of people are not willing to do that. So when I tell you what to do, you're going to see something that is easier and it's funner, and you're going to be distracted. 20% of people are going to do it. 80% of people, they're not going to do it. And then they're going to blame us because you said they what? Gatekeepers. No, I'm not.
And I agree with that, and that resonates. I mean, I grew up in church as well, and that definitely is one of the fundamental things that we do learn about is discipline. And I'll bring up my dad. Hey, Dad, if you're watching, he definitely instilled in me and my brother too. Like, if you work hard now, so you don't have to work hard later. And it used to drive me insane, because all I wanted to do was sleep in.
Yeah,
I wanted to sleep in. I didn't want to go to work. I mean, I go to work, but when I'm not working, why I can't sleep? Get up, do something. It's something got to be done, and that's how it is. And it's just like, the older I get, the more I'm understanding a lot of the things that he was probably trying to get me to learn 5 years ago, that I wouldn't be asking, this question. I mean, I'm asking for the general,
that makes sense.
consensus of people so we can have those answers. But it is very challenging. And discipline is not something that ever comes easy. I'm pretty sure it wasn't easy for Jesus. By no means it was easy for Jesus. So, even within us trying to, for those of y'all who are religious, those of you understand that that's not an easy walk. It's not an easy walk.
Nope.
I mean, it requires us to deny ourselves.
Yes.
We walk down that path, right? It requires us to deny ourselves, and sometimes we are entitled. We feel entitled that we feel like because it's available, I should be able to do it.
Oh man, that's
But-
tough.
Because you can don't mean you should.
And when you do, be prepared to reap the benefit, not the benefit, but the consequence of it, right? So it's one thing to go and be grown and do grown people stuff, but then you don't want to deal with grown people results or the repercussions. That's what I'm looking for. You don't want to deal with that, and so you can put that faith, finances, relationships. A lot of people don't want to deal with the consequences of their behavior, and then they want to blame other people because they don't want to take accountability. What if I told everybody who's listening and here today that the reason you are where you are financially is because of you and not anybody else?
Yeah,
that's a hard truth because people want to blame everybody else. Well, I don't have a good enough job. Go get a different one.
Yeah, that's facts.
Well, I've been helping this thing. I've been doing this, and or the kids.
Let me drop a reminder. Y'all do not forget that we have the special needs Easter egg hunt on March 28th, 11 to 2 p.m. at the James Brown Park. Don't forget that we have the special needs Easter egg hunt at James Brown Park from 11 to 2. All right? And a question I got. Earlier you brought up the rule of 72. Because I'm not going to keep you too much longer because I've been enjoying this a lot.
It's okay.
All right, the rule of 72. Could you break that down for?
Yeah, absolutely. So
y'all better get your pen and papers, kings and queens.
So the concept deals with a compound interest, right? And Albert Einstein is quoted with saying this about compound interest. He said that if you understand it, you'll always get paid from it. If you don't understand it, you're going to always pay it. He said it should be called the eighth wonder of the world, right? Now, many of us say we understand compound interest, but we're about to find out. So we do a good job of paying it. How do we pay compound interest? Credit cards, car loans, home loans. Anytime you borrow money or you got a line of credit and there's an interest rate associated with that, what you do is you pay the principal and your interest is compounding over time. Now, everybody sitting at this table, how many of you pay compound interest currently in some capacity in your life? Everybody online. If you're online, put a 1 in the chat if you pay compound interest in some capacity, right? Many of us do a great job of doing that. The $1 million question is, do we get paid from compound interest? Because if you really understand it, you're getting paid from compound interest. Now, if you get paid from compound interest, or you think you do, put a 2 in the chat. And if you think you do, raise your hand.
I think I get paid from compound interest.
Yeah. In what capacity?
With as far as my Bitcoins and stuff like that.
Perfect. Good. I'm happy you went there. So anytime you have money in what is identified as like a variable environment. What is a variable environment?
Means it can go up or down.
Can Bitcoin go up or go down?
It can go up and down.
It can go up and go down. So when it goes down, are you still getting paid compound interest?
Oh, no.
No. So you don't get a consistent compound interest there, right?
No.
Okay. What about in the stock market?
Well, stock market.
No. Let me help you out. No. Because it's going to go up and down like this.
Yeah.
Real estate.
Of course.
What about real estate? You in real estate. It's going up and down like that. Also. So mutual funds. Oh, wait a minute. Mutual funds are in the stock market.
Yeah.
So it goes up and down. Oh, well, index funds. Wait a minute. Those are in the stock market because it go up and down. Anytime it goes up and down, you cannot say that is compounding interest, because anytime it goes down, your compound interest is broken, because now you got to catch up. When your money goes down, you got to catch up. For instance, you have $100. I always use this as an example. Have $100, the market goes down 50%. How much money you got left?
$50.
$50. It's pretty straightforward, right? Next year, market goes back up 50%. Now how much money you got?
$75.
Oh, $100. You said 50%, right?
50% of
50 of 50.
Of 50.
Oh, 50 of 50. That's right. It's only 25.
So you only got
75.
So you got $75. So you guess what you're doing? You're still chasing. And so your interest is not compounding. Why? Because you're chasing that thing. So anytime you lose money or lose the interest, or the market go down, or your economy, whatever happens, you lose compounding interest. So all the rule of 72 does, it says you take the number 72, you divide it by your interest rate, it's going to give you one or two answers. If you're paying compound interest, it's going to tell you how fast your debt's going to double. If you're getting paid compound interest, it's going to tell you how fast your money's going to double. Yeah. That's very simple. So if you got a credit card, if you got whatever you have, if you're paying it, 72 divided by that interest rate, it's going to tell you how fast that debt's going to double.
Yes.
If you got your money in an environment where your money is growing, 72 divided by that interest rate, it's going to tell you how fast your money in that environment is going to double. So that's what the rule of 72 actually is. And a lot of people don't understand it. Let me say it that way. They heard it before, but they don't understand it. And so they're not getting paid from it. So I have a couple ways that I'm getting paid, like through insurance policies and stuff like that, in places environments where my interest is strategy, is index strategy.
Somebody said, can you
repeat that? Yeah.
Repeat which one?
I said a lot. Rule of 72.
Rule of 72.
It's 72, the number 72 divided by that interest rate. Whatever the interest rate, 1%, 10%, 30%, whatever it is. If you're paying it, that's going to tell you how fast your debt doubles. That's why anytime you borrow money or anything like that, you want a low interest rate, because you want your debt to double slowly. If you're getting paid from it, money in the bank, money in investment, money in different places like that, you take that same 72, you divide it by that interest rate, it's going to tell you how fast your money is going to double. That is why when you put your money in a bank account, let's just say your money's, and everybody knows the bank is not going to give you 1%, but let's just say it is. 72 divided by 1 is going to take 72 years for any money in a savings account to double. 4% is like 18 years. 6% is 12 years. 12% is like 6 years. So we teach people to look at their money like that. And then we show places where you can get the consistent 7, 10, 15%. And it's index strategy, meaning that you never lose, you don't lose it. You about to have me going to the whole presentation?
No, you good. You good. Ms. Councilwoman, Ms. Nelson, I hope you got that. I also want to tell you guys that, yes, Pastor Antoine with GFI is down here in order to spread this information, but he's also teaching me. And if you didn't know, so is Ant, the advisor, right? So I'm learning from these guys because I want to be able to provide this information to everyone, to all you kings and queens. Amiana is here to learn. Like, this is something that we plan on erupting with knowledge to this community. And from us spreading this knowledge to you, we expect that you make yourself obligated to share it with your family. This is not just us speaking. This is something that is life-changing, folks. Because once you start understanding what to do with your money, you start seeing it a lot more.
That's right.
The richest man in Babylon, I can't use the term like they used it, but they use their money as workers. I'll put it that way. And what they say is, if you have a worker, say you got $5, right? And you have your worker go get you a burger, right? That $5 went, you took it to McDonald's, you gave it to McDonald's, you got a burger in return. So if you started looking at your money as your worker, you say, oh man, I got this $5, and how can I get this $5 to bring me $5 more?
Yeah, that's good.
So once you figure out that concept and you start being disciplined with yourself and you say, hey, you know what? I want to see where I can put this to bring me back more workers. You'll start understanding that concept. You'll stop impulse buying. I am an impulse buyer. Do you understand me? I am.
I bet a lot of us are.
Yes. And that can be detrimental to your future because you could use that money somewhere else.
Yeah. And
with you understanding it the way you do, I am very honored to be attached. I'm very honored to be learning.
That's awesome.
And I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you for being here. I appreciate you being here, and the advisor.
Trying to give you a little theme song.
You see it?
Yeah.
But Pastor Imp, I appreciate you.
No, I appreciate this opportunity, seriously.
You really did your thing. You came from Cabo back home, then had to catch the planes, and you got here. I don't even think you took a nap. I think you sat there.
I tried.
You had to get right, just thought about it.
Yeah, he was like,
tried.
now, how long am I going to sit here and act like I might as well just head out? That's what he said to himself. I could tell.
It's funny, that is what I said, though.
Yeah,
That was exactly, I was like, I might as well just go now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Stop by Starbucks.
Got that charge.
Yeah, I'm going to have to get another one on the way back.
Look.
Because this is every bit of a 2-hour drive. I ain't going to lie to you.
It's the roads. It's the cut. They just so long.
I ain't gonna lie, I got nervous. I seen
look at.
I got nervous. I was like, ooh, I started thinking about that movie, Get Out. I was like, what in the hell? I was so nervous. Nah, let me stop.
Right.
I don't mean no harm, no disrespect. I was nervous though. I was nervous. I'm not gonna lie to you. And I was on the phone with one of my pastor friends. I said, I don't know how late I can stay because I don't want to be out here when it's dark.
Look.
It is dark. It's 8 o'clock.
Look, you're gonna be good.
You good.
And I don't think you get tickets, especially the sheriff. Hey, sheriff.
You ain't gonna hear no saxophones.
Oh, okay. Yes, I'm in the blue Mercedes. Please look out for me.
Look,
Chauffeur me out of here. No, I'm just playing.
look, guys. If you want more information, you know how to get in contact with me. All of your questions. But this is the real meat of everything. You always think that there's gatekeepers.
There's not.
Right now, the gate is wide open.
Yeah.
It's wide open. From small to big. Doesn't matter if you say to yourself, man, I got $20 to $100 I can put toward myself.
Every single
Guess
month.
what?
Yeah.
We can work with that.
Yeah.
Let's say you say, well, I'm a big baller. I got 50,000 I can put into mine. Guess
Yep.
what? We can work with that.
That's correct.
Even if you have, but there's situations to where you want to get your money from other places.
Yeah.
People that worked in Canada, people that worked in other countries, right?
That's correct.
But when you bring that money over, it's taxed. You understand that?
I put it to you like this: where there's a will,
There's a way.
there can be a way.
And the way is you invest in yourself.
Yeah.
Now the question is, how do you do that? Well, that's exactly why he's here. He's here to teach that. He's here to show you. He's here to guide. And doggone it, I'm going to be guided today. I'm going to be guided today. But right now, kings and queens, we're going to let you out. And I'm going to start with Amiana. And I want to say something about Amiana. When I first met Amiana, it was probably about 3 to 4 years ago. I would say 3 years. No, 2 years ago. No, it was longer.
What year is it?
Yeah. Well, anyways, I met Amiana. Amiana was a Don's daughter. And then Don Baker came on the show. Everybody should know who Don Baker is. Don Baker is from Riceboro, Georgia, and she made it to the big city as a big-time anchor. But she never forgot where she came from. And Amiana has never forgotten where she's come from. And she's not afraid to tell you about her past, and she sure isn't afraid to tell you about her present. She's been through things, and she's conquered them. And just recently, she had her women's empowerment seminar. And let me tell you something. Mitch and I walked in because we didn't want to come in and invade the space, but we had to come in, to hear the last parts of the speeches and everything. And I mean, that was a very empowering moment.
Y'all walked in with Miss Crystal speaking.
Yes, Miss Hart, that's right. And Amiana put all that together, guys. Her and her squad, they do their thing. So I salute you, Queen. Great job. Continue pushing through. And I'll look to doing business with you.
Oh, absolutely.
Being in business together.
Absolutely. I look forward to it as well.
So if you would, give the Kings and Queens some inspiring words for the weekend. And
Okay, so I guess we'll start off on the positive, start the weekend off right. And I say, if you think you can do it and you have an inkling that you feel like this is whatever it is that's been on your heart, if you feel like it's something that you can do, whether that's starting your business, working towards your business, stepping out, out of your comfort zone with something, even within relationships, friendships, family, having those hard conversations, whatever it is, whatever bold thing that you feel like you got to muster up the courage for, just do it. Because sometimes we're our biggest critics. Sometimes we're in our way the most. And sometimes all it takes is for you to just do it. And then you'll get over that hump and you'll be like, wow, it's a lot easier than I thought it was. Like, I'm gonna reference the movie Moana. When she finally got over that wave, and then it's this big old ocean in front of her, but that was the scariest thing that she thought was there. I mean, sometimes you might just have to go over the wave, so that's my inspiring message for the weekend. Go over that initial wave, because I'm pretty sure it's way more than you thought. It's way more after that than you thought, but that's the first step.
That's the first step. So we're going to Ant, the advisor. What do you got for him, Ant?
Well, piggybacking off of what Amiana's just said, I just want to let everybody know, we're not just here to survive, right? But we're here to build and leave a legacy for our families. And, we need to start making sure that we're having those serious conversations. We did a good job of that today, getting a lot of that information out to the community. And I want to make sure that we just keep that going into the future. Ask the tough questions, have the tough conversations with your family. Let's start making some changes.
Thank you. The advisor. Now, to the man of the hour, the one that traveled over 17,000 miles. No. to Pastor Antoine, is there any encouraging words that you have for the Kings and Queens?
Well, hopefully I shared a good amount of them while I've been here. What I will say, though, is something that I've learned very recently is that you got to believe bigger and you got to believe quicker. You got to believe bigger and believe quicker. Because sometimes what we don't understand is that we're limited by our own belief system. I don't ascribe to the thought of you name it and claim it. However, I do believe that the Bible speaks to the reality that as a man thinketh, so is he. And if you think you can or you think you can't, you're right either way. But I would say believe bigger, believe faster, because if you believe faster, then your behavior, your actions will follow your belief system. If you look at a person's actions, I can show you a person's faith. That comes out of the book of James. Faith without works is dead. Now, I came here talking about finances, but my financial business is a mission business. I start to talk to people about finances. I get to talk to them, end up about Jesus, because the enemy has done such a phenomenal job of making it taboo to talk about finances in the church. We start talking about money in the church. Oh, see, I told you them church people want your money. I told you it's going straight to the pastor. It's probably not, but people don't say anything when you go to the store and all the store wants your money. What about the casinos? They just want your money. Your weed man just wants your money. The liquor store just wants your money. But when it comes to people within the kingdom, We want you to understand that it's his money and how to be a good steward over his money. And so for me, what I had to believe bigger. God had something bigger for me.
Yes.
And I had to believe it faster. When I started to believe it and I started to see it go into action, I started to see the fruit of my life change. And now people look at me and they say, well, I don't understand how you got to that point, or, you think you're this. No. I don't think I'm better than you. I think I'm better than what I used to behave like. And so that's why I've changed my
Preacher.
That's so funny. I changed my associations because I was associated with too many people that didn't believe big enough. If we serve a God that created the heavens, the earth, and he owns everything in it, why is my vision or my belief or my identity about myself so low? It doesn't even line up. The young people say the math don't math.
The math ain't mathing.
If God is as great as we believe he is, then why do we believe so little about ourselves?
Thank you.
And this there's a and I'm in right here.
Take your
First
time.
closing. There is a saying that I absolutely hate. It sounds too good to be true. Last time I heard, God is good.
Yes.
And God is true.
Yes.
So if it's good and if it's God, yeah, it's gonna sound good because that's who God is. So it's not too good to be true, right? And so a lot of times when I talk to people and I tell them, hey, this is what I do, this is how I help people, this is when I generate. I was able to help a lady just last week move $1 million. I had a check in my hand for $1 million. It was one thing that was wrong with it. My name wasn't on it. That's the only thing that was the problem. My name wasn't on it. But God said soon. With that song, soon and very soon, it's gonna be on there, right? But I had to be able to touch that. When you start touching new stuff, you start to believe new stuff. You start to believe bigger, and you start to believe quicker. So if I would say anything else, I know that more than 60 seconds. Believe bigger, believe quicker.
Look,
That was beautiful.
That was beautiful, pal. And just to speak to that, to y'all that might not even understand all of it, I'll put it this way. I remember when I was in school, we did a lot of projects, right? And this teacher had some rice. She had 2 cups of rice. And she put water in the cups of rice. And she put a badge, like a piece of tape over each one, and put them on opposite sides of the room. She said, okay, class, now in order for this to work, you guys have to be fair with me and tell the truth and do what I ask you to, right? So, in this side of the rice, she said, I want you to say mean things. I want you to say you're ugly, you're nasty, you're a bad person, you're this, everything negative. And on this side of the room, I want you to tell this side of the rice everything that's positive. You're beautiful. I love you. You're going to be good, right? So they put the same amount of water in the rice.
Yeah.
After about the second week, the rice that we were saying negative, nasty things to started spoiling.
Yeah.
It developed mold. The one that we were saying positive things to was still the same. It didn't change form. Now, let's fast forward to 2026. TikTok shows you all types of things, right? So I saw this scientist. The scientist was like, hey, we just found out that when you speak to water and you say positive things to your water, it forms and crystallizes into these beautiful patterns. And it doesn't even matter what language it's in. It's the intent. See, we speak languages, right? But when we speak, there's energy. So the intent of that energy is what we disperse, no matter what language it's in. It's the intent.
It's power in the tongue.
It's power in the tongue.
It's biblical.
It's biblical. Exactly.
Death is in the power of your.
And the water structures that they spoke negative into, it couldn't even form patterns. It was just, so you know what I started doing, y'all? I started speaking to my water. I speak to, no, I'm serious.
I believe
I
it.
speak to my water now. When you bless your food, and they're saying this, it's just into anything. These scientists said, look, even in your food, and we couldn't figure it out why, people prayed over their food before they ate it. And they found that even spoiled food if you prayed over the spoiled food, they would take a sample and they were like, wait a minute. Why are there molds? This is good cultures of bacteria is developing. And when I saw that, I wanted to Google it. I was like, they tripping. Ain't no way.
The cheese, you mean to tell me this cheese I bought 3 weeks ago, I can eat it?
No. I can speak to it and it's going to form good back. Well, that's called, look, I think that's penicillin though. No, it's bread. That's all.
It's bread, yeah.
But anyways, that's odd to me. I looked it up and it came out to be true, but it still, it baffles me, but it doesn't, because I know who God is.
That's it.
And when you can see the truth in their science, remember, that's their science. When you can see the truth, you speak over things, speaking to yourself. So I just want to thank you guys for being here. Thank you for sharing all of that positivity and speaking it with intent. To the kings and queens out there, I thank you for watching. And on behalf of Pastor Antoine GFI, Ant the advisor, and Amiana Dunn, the people's champ King Conda, I love you guys, and I'm mad.